Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So the second time live in one day. That's got to be a record, man. All right, so as you can see, what I have is I've got metal polish. I've got the blade that we talked about in Blade Talk earlier that I said that's the one I was hand sanding. Yeah. So if for the guys joining me on IG, if you are popping in onto my YouTube channel, you'll see that the last live stream was when I hand sanded this guy. Yeah, it's also in my stories. You'll see the hand sanding. So, long story short, I am broadcasting live onto my YouTube channel, into Sabre South African Bladesmiths Association group on Facebook, as well as on my personal profile on Facebook. Yeah, done. So that's it. So we're going to be polishing hammon. So I use Autosol when I do this. So this was sanded to 1000 grit. And then did an agitated etch in ferrochloride for about 15 seconds in a 10-to-1 dilution, ferrochloride to water. Yep. Steel is, what is the steel? The steel is Hitachi 1075. Okay, so this is a tube that's been around for forever and a day. And what I do is we're just going to start off with a blob and a blob and a blob and a blob, and a blob. Yeah, done. So there's a new one. I'm not being sponsored by these guys, not at all. I just love their product. I've been using it for freaking ever and a day. That's what the package looks like. Yeah. And all I buy these from car places. So Midas in South Africa. That's what I buy. Yeah, done. I've also seen this online. So yeah, search for it. Autosol. It is a German product. Works like a charm. They come in different packages. Get the original, which is this one. I've tried the new modern. Well, they've now got ones for chrome and for blah, blah, blah. Use the original metal polish. This one works the best. The others I find is a bit more watery. Yeah, and you eventually get there. But what I like about this is as you're polishing, the polishing compound breaks down. Yeah. So please comment on... Sean the Deer on YouTube is telling me that Eskom, our service provider, the electricity provider in South Africa, is screwing him around. And he should be in front of the grinder. He's obviously just sitting on his cell phone now, watching me. Yeah, so we basically got that. I've got a clean rag and done. So all I do is I ball it up. And now I start polishing. Yeah, small little round circles. And I just want to remove the initial oxide layer off the blade. I want to get an even polish. I don't want to over polish any specific spot more than anything else. And I'm working on an old towel. So one of my shop towels. Yeah, and that's purely because you can see the blade moving as I'm doing this. And I don't want that to scratch the surface. Yeah. So you kind of screw up the towel, but hey, who cares? It's a shop towel. Yeah. That's why you give your mom, damn it, your wife, your mom. My wife is going to kick my ass. That's why you give your wife your credit card and you tell her, but darling, go and buy new towels for the house. And then you take the old towels that are all nice and absorbent. You take them and, well, you use them in your shop, yeah? So all I'm doing is adding new, trying to get that finished the same all the way through. And you continue polishing. I'm only going to do the one side live. So I don't want to make it too long. And now I've got guys phoning me. Damn it, don't do that. Mark, obviously if you're watching, you shouldn't be phoning me, man. That's my good mate, Mr. Mark Kloppers. So you continue rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and you can see it is popping out, yeah? And obviously the more time you spend on this, the better the result. Now, obviously on that false edge at the top, it gets a bit dodgy. But make a plan. It's easy as that, man. Easy as that. Preferably all in the same direction if you're going to be doing lengthwise. But she gets there, yeah? And obviously, the more time you spend, the more the oxide layer you remove, and the more of the hammon pops out. The hardened part of the blade, which is obviously the bottom section, you can spend more time there to get a more of a brilliance on the hardened steel versus the softer steel. You can see a difference already in there. If I flex it, you should be able to see that difference. Yeah. So now I'm just going to take a clean part of this, wipe it down, and then we're going to show you guys. That was not rocket science, yeah? And that is a fairly cool finish, and it just took me a couple of seconds. Yeah. So now, clean part of the rag. Now, let me just grab more clean rags. And I have my rags on my bench cut to usable size. What I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of all of that compound off there. And there we go. There is a fairly sweet finish. Now you can take this to the next level if you want to by spending more time, but you can see the difference between the hardened part and the softer part of the steel, where the softer part of the steel will give you more of a matte finish and the hardened part of the steel will give you more of a gloss finish. And now, what I would do now is I will spend time and polish the bottom of that blade even more. And done. And obviously the same at the top tip. Yep. So that's it. That is pretty much my method. This is rocket science, this lot here. And this is the polishing compound, how I came across this from my wife as a jeweler. Yeah, this is what they use to polish gold, silver, platinum, palladium, blah, 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 blah. So all the funky metals that they use. And I asked her for polishing compound. She gave me this. I tried it, and it worked. So if I just do the cutting edge, just below that hammon, yeah, and I'm now going in a straight line, of course. You can now decide to polish certain sections more than others, and the result is obviously completely different. Yeah. But I like to remove the oxide layers completely. So on that, and you just get a hint of that hammon in the sun. But if you start looking at it closely, then that pops. Yeah. You can now go and do a coffee edge after this to darken it up and blah, blah, blah. But I don't like the coffee edge. So I like stuff subtle, man, not in your face. Well, that's me. Yeah. It's just another thing. That's just another little trick. So people just keep on freaking phoning me. It happens when you do this full time. Yeah. And that was Sean that phoned me. So we are going to be cutting this tad short because he's at the shop picking stuff up, supplies for tomorrow. Yeah. But that is about it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. Well, we're going to do another bit on this one because the oxide layer on this one is not even on this side as opposed to the other one. I'm now just going over to a clean side of my rag because the fiber is obviously compressed in the rag and you end up scratching your blade. And I don't want to scratch the blade. I want to polish the blade. Yeah. Spent enough. Oh, dude. Are we still live there? Yeah, we are. Okay, so I'm literally going to do this. We're going to be another minute, if that much. And then I am going to have to phone Sean back. Because he knows I'm live, so he wouldn't be phoning if there wasn't some other crisis. So, that was it, guys. Yeah, I will post photos of this on Instagram, on Facebook. And if you got any questions regarding the process, yeah, drop it in the comment. And I will try my damnedest to answer that. Done. Obviously, the entire handle, the entire knife has been done. I got some polishing compound on there before masking. So that's going to come back and bite me in the ass. So I need to clean that off. And I do that. That's its own. Yeah. So I'll clean that off and then mask my wood and then continue the polishing. But that was about it. Have fun, enjoy. If you've got a question, ask. Thank you for popping in. Yeah. See you on the flip side. Cheers.